Hi, my name is Philip Robinson. I'm a speech and language therapist specialising in stammering. So I work with children and adults who stammer. Every day is different for me. I could be working in clinic one day, going to visit children in school the other day, or doing a client visit the next day. So every day is different. The thing I like most is changing people's attitudes towards stammering. Even at the end of a course of therapy, even if their stammering hasn't come down a significant amount, their attitudes have changed, and that's what makes it all worthwhile. Okay, so I studied a undergraduate degree in linguistics, which is great. So I did a lot of work in sort of phonetics and phonology, the science of speech sounds, how speech is made. And then I did a master's degree at Sheffield University in clinical communication studies, which is speech and language therapy course. Okay, so when I was at uni, there was lots of encouragement for people to consider teaching as a career, and that was definitely what I was looking at going into. I enrolled in a course that gave you lots of experience in the classroom, and I did that, and I kind of realised that teaching maybe wasn't for me, but I was quite happy working with kids, and I had this idea, this idea of going into speech therapy in my head. So after uni, it was a bit of a no-brainer really. To get onto the course, it's very competitive, so I had to do some voluntary work, which is great. It works for a charity called Headway, who work with people who've had brain injuries. So I got lots of experience working with communication disorders there. And then on the speech therapy course itself, you get to work in loads of different clinical settings, which gives you a good taste for what you want to do and what you don't want to do. And that whole experience just confirmed for me that I just wanted to go into stammering. It's easier said than done, but don't write off a complete career path because of the communication challenges it might face. What you've got to understand is people's understanding is so much better than you're likely to think it is. I remember when I was a kid, I thought my stammer was something to really be ashamed of. It was only once I got it out there in the open that the anxiety around it reduced, and the stammering therefore reduced. I'd probably be because I speak quite fluently now, so I think you'd probably be quite pleased with that. And around that age, being a speech therapist was the only thing I had in my head really. So yeah, I probably think that was a good result. So yeah, being someone who has a stammer can help in certain respects. Being a speech therapist, especially working with kids who stammer, I can definitely relate to that time in my life when my stammer was more severe and really held me back. I feel like sometimes I can understand what people are going through. Also with adult covert stammerers, they tell me a lot of the time that people tell them they can't notice their stammer or there's nothing to worry about. But I definitely get the extra effort involved in making yourself speak fluently, yeah. So I mean, I never had speech therapy when I was a kid. My stammer was at its most apparent between the ages of 8 and 11, something like that. I think it might have made primary school a bit less miserable if I'd have had it. But what I would have really liked, and what's really important with the work that ASC do, is putting young people who stammer in touch with similar people. That's a really powerful thing, I think. You know, they say a problem shared is a problem halved. And some of the adults who stammer that I work with, they say some of the most eye-opening stuff they've done has been to go to support groups and get in touch with other people who stammer, and they say that the anxiety around it just seems to really decrease after that. So yeah, getting young people who stammer in touch with each other is really important.